What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my Torino Career Mode. Yes, not my new career mode. Welcome back to Torino Career Mode, my Torino Career Mode, whatever. It's the Torino Career Mode, and yes, the title of this series has changed. Now, I know so many of you guys have been asking me, when are you going to change the title of the series, because my new career mode never really cut it for a lot of people. I don't know why so many people were still put off by just the title. I mean, theoretically, it's still my new career mode because it's the most recent one I've done. But even so, a lot of people just kept on requesting me to change. We're into the third season now. It's been going for a few weeks. In fact, over a month thinking about it. So when are you going to change the title? So I thought, okay, in today's episode, I'll do it differently. So I'm going to call it Torino Career Mode. And at the start of every episode, I'll just say, welcome back to my Torino Career Mode. So there you go. The title of the series has changed. I'm sure you guys are relieved because so many of you seem to have a problem with it for some reason. But anyway, it's been altered now, and there you go. For the foreseeable future, it will be known as Torino Career Mode. So we take on Lazio for the first game of the episode here, and quite a frantic start to this beginning as well. Of course, our last two games were both victories. We beat Palermo and then we beat Feyenoord as well after we drew the first game of the season against Napoli at the Stadio Olimpico di Torino. So we were looking to make it 3 wins out of 3 in this game, and there was a lot of chances for both sides early on, but the opening goal of the game would be scored in the 27th minute through Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and the Turkish midfielder gets his account up and underway this season. He got into double figures last year for us in all competitions, the Turkish midfielder. He was a biggest signing for us at £15 million and still is our record signing at £15 million. And, he was a brilliant player for us last season. He scores his first goal of the new season here, a really nice strike from just inside the area, and he makes it Torino 1, Lazio 0. So perfect start to this game, 1 goal up early on in the 41st minute, a great chance to make it 2-0. Gabbiadini ball rolls for playing it through towards Dybala. He picks out Poloski one-on-one, finesses the ball into the corner and makes it Torino 2, Lazio 0. So another goal for Torino here. It's Poloski making it 2-0 to the home side. A really nice feed by Dybala as well. He's got the pace to run on and shoot and possibly score himself, but I thought Poloski's in a better position. I'll give it to him, and that was a really nice finish there. So Torino 2, Lazio 0. And in the 53rd minute, a good chance to make it 3-0 here. Gabbiadini turns his man and finds Dybala. Dybala plays it through towards Gabbiadini. Fake shots around his man, gets himself inside to shoot, but it's a good stop by the goalkeeper and turn behind for a corner. So still 2-0 to Torino, but Lazio did start the game quite brightly, but after falling 2 goals behind, we're looking a little bit, I guess, just disorganised at the back, and that was shown here from the corner because we made it Torino 3, Lazio 0 with another new player scoring for us, but this guy wasn't signed from another club. He was signed from our academy, Lorenzo Motta, who I've given the number 78 jersey for some bizarre reason, makes it Torino 3, Lazio 0, and it's a really nice finish as well by Motta as well. The corner comes in, and the way he just wraps his foot around the ball is brilliant. Yes, he's unmarked. Pretty poor from Lazio to leave him unmarked, really. But even so, what a lovely finish that was. Gabbiadini did quite well to get out of the way, really. And it's Torino 3, Lazio 0. So they started the game quite brightly, Lazio. But after that third goal, I couldn't really see a route back into them for the game, as Motta gets his first goal in a Torino shirt of hopefully quite a few. So Torino 3, Lazio 0. In the 61st minute, a good chance to make it 4-0. Here is a retaining possession and give it to Stefan de Vrij, who strikes it from range, but it goes wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So looking to score against his former club, but it was still 3-0. And in the 80th minute here was where we get the ball away from the back. Alexandru gets on the ball down the left-hand side, and our left-back plays a brilliant through ball towards Dybala. He's one-on-one with our former centre-back Balanta, who we gave to Lazio for free in exchange for Stefan de Vrij. And it's safe to say I'm glad we did that, because Balanta one-on-one with Dybala, don't get me wrong, he's got some good dribbling stats, he's got 4-star skills. It's going to be hard to defend against him, but even so, Balanta, I don't even know if he knew where he was going with that piece of defending. He didn't really seem to show him onto a weaker foot, or just try and pressure him into giving the ball away and getting tackled. He just seemed to, I guess he just jockeyed way too long and then just let him run through. It was really poor defending anyway, and Dybala makes it 4-0 to Torino, and it was how the game would finish as well. Torino 4, Lazio 0. So a really solid victory for us here at the Stadio Olimpico di Torino. As you can see, we thoroughly deserved it as well. I thought we played much better, and Lazio did start quite brightly. Did start the game quite brightly, but just didn't really do enough afterwards. we got ourselves our first couple of goals. Dybala, who was my player of the game, he got 1 goal and also 2 assists as well. So as I mentioned with Choupo-Moting, when he signed for us last season, my aim for him was to score some goals, yes, but also get quite a few assists. And the same goes with Dybala. Immobile's injured right now, but when he comes back, I'd imagine he'll start to bang in the goals left, right, and centre. Dybala needs to share the goals and also get the assists as well as banging in a few as well. So that game was clearly exactly what I want from Dybala, and I thought he played really well. So we take on Atalanta for the second and final game of today's episode here at the Stadio Olimpico de Torino. So far, it's been a really good start for us here in the new season. Of course, we've won all of our games but one, which is the first home league game of the season against Napoli. Won every other game in all competitions, and we had a great chance to start this game brightly too, but Keita fires his shot way over the bar. And as you would have seen by the team as well, I did make 9 changes for this game because it was being played in midweek, stamina reason, etc, etc, and also because we have a big game on the weekend as well. So decided to make 9 changes. This is a great chance for players like Keita and Grenier, new signings into the team, to show me what you can do. Keita did have the first couple of chances of the game, but fired them both off target. It was still goalless. In the 33rd minute, Atalanta almost scored a surprise opening goal, but Bernie made a really good save, and we got the ball away. So still Torino 0, Atalanta 0. We passed out from the back here as well. We gave the ball away temporarily, but won it back with Benassi. He plays it through towards Zardes, the American striker, running at his man with the roulette, takes it round him and rises a slide challenge. Then a quick little fake shot to beat Emmanuelson, sprints down the right-hand side, cuts inside with a Berber spin. Zardes keeps holding the ball despite the challenge, shoots as well, and also finds the back of the net. Beats Sportiello and makes it Torino 1, Atalanta 0. So 1 goal up in this game. Zardes did score against Feyenoord. He scores here as well to make it 1-0 to Torino, and a really nice finish as well after cutting inside. Although I will say, Sportiello, the goalkeeper, I think he should have at least got a touch on the ball. It wasn't too much shot power. It was pretty much straight at him, and it just seemed to go straight past his feet and into the back of the net. Even so, maybe I'm being a bit too critical. It's Torino 1, Atalanta 0. That's the most important thing. And in the 40th minute, a great chance to make it 2-0, but if Sportiello was to blame for the first goal, he certainly made up for it with his save. What a great stop there on a 1-on-1 to deny Zardes and keep it at 1-0. So great save by the goalkeeper, and it's still Torino 1, Atalanta 0. In the 45th minute, Clement Grenier was standing over this free kick. Of course, a new signing for us on a pre-contract. Tried to finesse the ball into that corner, but Sportiello makes a really good save and clears it away, and eventually Atalanta deal with the danger. So still Torino 1, Atalanta 0 going into the break. 8 minutes after the restart, a good chance to make it 2-0 as Engels finds Baselli, who shoots, but the goalkeeper stops him from scoring against his former club, and eventually as Baselli wins it back, tried to play it inside, but Sportiello dives on the rebound. So still Torino 1, Atalanta 0. And in the 58th minute, yet another good chance to make it 2-0. Benassi gets on the ball for us here, fake shots around his man and finds Baselli. He slides it through towards Zardes here, looking for his second goal of the game, cuts inside with a ball roll, but the finesse shot goes just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So still Torino 1, Atalanta 0. And just past the hour mark here, we're still leading by just a goal to 0, but as Camisa gets on the ball off the bench here, he rolls it through towards Zardes. Another great chance for our American striker, and again, he can't hit a target. So still 1-0. He did have the only goal of the game, but was missing quite a few chances. But in the 84th minute, it was still 1-0 to Torino. And to be honest, other than the one chance they had, which Burnley had to make a save for, Atalanta weren't really doing much. And as Lazaro gets on the ball and finds Hong Chol here off the bench, he takes it around his man, plays it back to Lazaro, also off the bench, chips it through towards Camisa, also off the bench, you guessed it, who ball rolls around his man, keeps hold of the ball, takes it around Emmanuelson, beats him all ends up. Lovely stuff from our academy graduate, drills in across, picks out Zardes, and this time, despite missing a few goals, Zardes bangs it in. So Torino 2, Atalanta 0, another goal for Zardes, who started the season brightly. He'll always be a reserve player in this squad at best, but whenever he plays, I'm comfortable with the knowledge that he'll probably score some goals. His goals to game ratio is actually really decent for a backup player. I always seem to have players like that in my squad. Always seem to have strikers who don't play too many minutes but always do well in the games they played. So Torino 2, Atalanta 0. That was how the game would finish as well. I felt a thoroughly deserving victory. Again, Atalanta did start the game with one decent attempt, which Burnley made the save for, but that was the only thing they did in the entire game. We thoroughly deserved the win. In all honesty, I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't score more goals, really, but Zardes was my player of the game as well. Despite missing a few good chances, did score both our goals, and we did get the win by 2-0. So, delighted with that. Another win notched up for Torino, and the start of the season really has been bright. Seriously, we've won every game but one so far, and, I'm not going to say we definitely would have beat Napoli had had I scored that penalty when I intentionally gave it back to the goalkeeper. But even so, it's been a bright start to the season, and I really am feeling it this year. I feel like we have to win the title again. I'm definitely hopeful of winning another competition as well. We've won the Super Cup, of course, but the TIM Cup would be great too because the board wants to do that. And as for the Champions League, I'm targeting at least the quarterfinals after we reached the semi-finals last year, and we made a great start as well, and we're certainly feeling it right now. But still, following out, I offered Murray a contract. He's on the transfer list right now. The board put him on there because we hadn't offered him a contract and he was getting a little bit restless. And also, I sent my youth scouts out as well, as I forgot to do this a couple episodes ago when I was going to do it in episode number 50. But even so, I sent my youth scouts out, one to Italy again, and my new guy goes to Brazil. Hopefully, he'll pick us up some decent players. And there you go. That does any episode 2. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of my Torino Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of my Torino Career Mode very soon.